thing, of course, better than guitars is guitar pedals, as we all know. And today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 4 essential pedals for really cool, clean sounds. And those are compression, equalizer, delay, and reverb. Yes, I have these 4 things on my pedal board here. They have really made a big difference to my sound over the years. Some of them I discovered when I first started playing, like reverb and delay, whereas compression and equalizer I've only just started to kind of clock on to the value of, and since using them they've really boosted my sound and my music in general. So we're going to run through each one of those, a few demonstrations of what they do, and I'll be playing all of my music on this lovely Epiphone 339, which is a very cool kind of mini hollow bodied guitar, a bit of a best of both worlds thing. So check it out, hope you enjoy. Okay, so let's start by taking a look at the compressor. Basically what compressors do is they push up the minimum volume of your sound and they limit the top volume of your sound. But what they're really good for, they always add a little bit of clarity to your playing, I find. So I'm just going to play quickly without the compressor. And then when we turn it on, there's just a little bit more clarity in it. Also with the compressor, if you were to turn up the effect a lot, then you get that more punchy sound like they use on the intro to this Chili Pepper song. But normally how I use mine is basically round about like this. Just so that you've just got a little bit more clarity to your playing. Moving on with the equalizer, what's really nice about these is you can basically pull out some of the muddier frequencies in your tone and boost up the clearer ones to get a clearer sound. So when I turn on my equalizer, I tend to reduce a bit around the 200k frequency and push up a bit around the 1.6k, because that gives me a much clearer sound by reducing some of the mud. And it's often more a case of reducing than boosting. So let's say I turn this right up here and turn it right down. When I pull out some of that 200k sound, suddenly there's a lot more clarity in the mid-range of the guitar, which is really where the sweet spot of a lot of guitars are. So done that by adding in particular 1.6 as well, which gives more presence. If I turn that right down, we have a mellower sound but a less clear one, whereas if I turn it up you can hear the difference here. Moving on to the delay. Now this is a multi-delay, and that's just a bit cool because it allows me to combine several delays at once. However, it's not something you have to have, you can just have a single delay. And there's a couple of cool things you can do with the delay. So if you set a very short delay, like this, it really gives you that cool kind of very, very nice. On the second delay here, what I've got is a one with a longer decay, which gives you more of a so that can be really cool for kind of arpeggio picking sort of parts. speed things. Very cool, very Pink Floyd, very ambient. And finally we have the reverb pedal. I'll notice I'm leaving the compressor here and the equaliser left on because I want them to keep sort of feeding into the tone we've got. But at the end we're going to go back through and we're going to just compare a bit of differences with them on and off. Now, here is the reverb pedal. So set up to quite a short decay. We'll just turn it up a bit so we can hear it a bit better, and we'll set it onto hall mode. So here we have really good for a kind of luscious, boutique sort of. Yo! It also has a spring mode, which gives you a more kind of light poppy sound. Or you can go for a really luscious, indulgent thing with the church sound. Turn the decay right up here, then you really get into some very heavy. So all that just about sums it up for me. Hope you enjoyed it and that you could hear some differences, particularly with the compressor and the equaliser, which are more subtle effects, but really, make a difference to the overall picture. I would absolutely recommend you go out and take a look at getting yourself some of these, and it doesn't have to break the bank at all. Obviously I've got some quite fancy schmancy things here with triple delays and whatnot, but you know what, I've got a Behringer compressor. It cost me about £16 off of eBay a couple of years ago, and it's been great if I really need to change it. And Behringer will do you a line of compressors and equalisers and all these sorts of things, so with their pedals you can get a perfectly good setup for less than £100. So yeah, give it a go, let me know how you get on, and don't forget to subscribe.